Greetings, community, and welcome to NCBD Comics and another edition of Kevin's most anticipated reads tomorrow for New Comic Book Day, 10/1/2025. It's great to be here. It's great to be alive, and I appreciate each and every one of you for being here. And hey, without actually jumping on any other convo, let's go ahead and jump right into the books. Starting off with Mad Cave. Let's talk about Speed Racer issue number 3. The first two issues really did a great job of opening up a well-adored series that I appreciated growing up as an animation. It was my introduction to anime when it came out. And if you want something completely different from everything else, in my opinion, that's out there, Mad Cave is not only doing a wonderful job of putting out a bunch of different varieties of stories, but in my opinion, Speed Racer definitely does break the traditional tropes of what you see out there and traditionally read out there. Speed Racer is not only a story of a family that once had a loved one that is now gone, mother. We still haven't got a whole clear picture of what happened to her and what's going on. Overall, it's a story of spies, espionage, conspiracies, world order threats, racing overall, as you might have guessed in the name Speed Racer. Cool thing is we're getting a lot of it understanding and introduction to the storyline already well within the first two issues, and I can't wait for issue number 3. I'm just saying. Before we jump into anything more, let's talk about an individual decided to want to hang out with us. I appreciate you, Jack, for being here. I truly do appreciate you. Seriously. Let's move on from Mad Cave. Speed Racer issue number 3 coming out on 10/1/2025. And cruise over to Image. Talk about Department of Truth issue 0. Lee Harvey, Cole Turner has given us essentially 5 years, and this is a celebration. This is issue 0 of Department of Truth. This is the 1 in 10 variant featuring Elvis. What this story really is about, I'm not quite certain. I'm vaguely of the understanding that we get a little bit of an understanding of the history and background of Elvis, the deals that he had made, and how he came to be, and his part in the department, if any at all. I've really been enjoying Department of Truth in this 5-year journey that we've been getting from Tynion, and it really has been, I guess, in my opinion, one of the more appreciated storylines that I've been getting from James. When he does something as ongoing as anything over a year, it tends to start to flatten out. The department tends to get deeper and deeper in its kind of depth of understanding and how far it goes into the not only the conspiracies, but how they're utilized and manipulated against the masses, and we're the ones that generate these manifestations. It's in my opinion, not only symbolic, but it's also metaphorical on some of the things that have been going on in the past, present, and possible, hopefully doubtful future. Just saying. I've really been enjoying it as a whole. It's like I said before, it's been 5 years, and to me, it's been a really enjoyable series. And I can't wait for another 5 more years. Department of Truth, issue 0, 10/1/2025. Let's cruise over and talk about G.I. Joe. Cold Slither, issue 1. It's a one-shot. I think it's paying a little homage and poking fun at both some of the gimmicky stuff that they used to do in the G.I. Joe series back in the day. At the same point, we do get a little farther depth of an understanding of one of the major characters in the G.I. Joe storyline, definitely up and coming. So Cold Slither is definitely just a one-shot, but it is something that holds some significance outside of just the gimmick that is and used to be some of the one-shots that we used to get from the G.I. Joe series. Let's move out from Cold Slither and talk about Rook Exodus, issue 7. Damn, it's been some time. I also want to say it's kind of painful. I almost made this my most anticipated read. It really was almost there. It just missed out. That doesn't mean that it isn't really like either second or third on this pile. I'm looking forward to reading Rook Exodus. We do get multiple first appearances in this issue 7, which starts off a whole new arc. Can't wait to get into it. If you're into this whole Rook Exodus world, that it definitely stands alone in this whole Ghost Machine world. It really truly is something fascinating. It's not quite fantasy. It's not quite sci-fi. It's not quite I mean, I don't even know dystopian. It's kind of a mix of everything. It's kind of like if you took every story that you've ever read, took out some of the cool bits and threw it inside of a pot, and kind of swirled it around. That's kind of what Rook is. I mean, it's so uniquely told, so fascinating, and being that you only get so far 6 issues, anyone can jump on. You can go ahead and get the trade out there relatively cheap. Not only catch up, but again, it's been such a distance time that you'll be able to jump right in and feel like no time has passed for you. So I'm just saying, Rook Exodus issue number 7. I not only recommend the storyline if you, again, are in something totally different, breaks a lot of the tropes that we get from a lot of the mainstream storylines, a lot of the mainstream publishers, even from an image side, just totally breaks some of the stuff that they normally publish. This is probably one of my favorite things out there it's throwing out there. This Ghost Machine is really doing a wonderful job on almost everything that they're releasing out there. And I'm pretty much buying everything up. Let's move on from members and cruise over to IDW briefly and talk about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles issue 12. This is kind of bittersweet for me. Jason is no longer writing for this thing. So there will be a new writer. What they've done as far as over at IDW for issue 13 is they're doing a blind bag thing. So they're jumping on that gimmicky thing. And I already bought a bunch of that. So I'm not really necessarily jumping on issue 13 necessarily to read the ongoing series after 12, even though I just may. I am curious how it turns out. However, getting back to issue 12 that is coming out on 10/1/2025, I am totally looking forward to reading this because it has been such a wonderfully told story so far. That stated, it really does slightly pain me to know that no longer am I going to get this continuation of such a wonderfully told story. Even though I'm not passing any judgment, it's going to be told by another, and however well it's told, it's still not going to have the same flavor that I've gotten used to for these many issues that it's been. So yes, issue number 12 by IDW, Jason. I did it twice. Aaron's release and writing ends, to my understanding, at issue 12, and we're going to get a whole new writer on issue 13, but enjoy it because issue 12 comes out tomorrow, Wednesday. Let's move out from IDW and cruise over to Marvel. We're going to end it there, but starting it off with Amazing Spider-Man issue number 13. Oh, we now know who this individual is. Kind of blew my mind how the introduction was. I've been catching up on this. When one points his finger and says, "Hey, you're not Peter Parker," and the other one says, "Yeah, you're not Spider-Man. Who are you?" That was really cool. And how it carries on from there. I've really been enjoying this series so far. I like the direction that it's going now. I know if you really look at the history in the past 5, 6, 8, 10 years of Spider-Man, you can't keep anybody happy no matter who's writing that thing. I'm just saying, I've really been enjoying this thing. So even though there might have been some that have already dropped off, I haven't. I really have been enjoying it. And it's been now building into this overall thickening, storyline where we're layering things up, and now it's building upon something that seems that it's getting more and more fragile as a storyline. Things are going to have to break. Another battle is about to ensue. I can't wait. Lucky issue 13 is coming out tomorrow. So, hey, let's see what happens with the Amazing Spider-Men. That's no longer just one, right? I mean, I'm just saying. We got a dual thing going on. It's kind of cool. All right, let's cruise off for Amazing Spider-Man, issue number 13, and let's cruise over and talk about Spider-Man, your issue number 1 of 5. I really, truly, and it sounds stupid coming from me, I've been trying to cut down my stuff. Stop laughing. I know you're laughing right there, Jack. That stated, when I ended up finding out that Eric Larson was is writing this line, I okay. So I'm biting Spider-Man, your issue number 1, and the whole series of 5, mostly just for that very reason. Eric Larson is writing a Spider-Man story. What more do I really need to say? Okay, look, I can give you a little bit. It's set in the 30s. The individual that walks in is Gwen Stacy, and she asks to have Peter solve a mystery for her. Who killed her father? This is a cool story setup. I'm just saying, if you're a Spider-Man fan, a New York fan, a Larson fan, I mean, any of them. This is definitely a book for you. Just saying. Spider-Man New York, issue number 1, coming out on 10/1/2025. Let's cruise off that and talk about Spirits of Violence, issue number 1. This is an all Ghost Rider story. They're all in this thing. Like, all of them. All of them. Not only that, Sabir Pirzada was like held up on the reins on the storyline. He had it written. My understanding, I believe everything's done, has been done. Marvel's been holding back. I mean, way back in issue 3 of what was that, 2024? Holy macatoonie. Do we even get a mention and understanding of the Spirits of Violence? So again, Spirits of Violence, issue number 1, coming out tomorrow, is a story based on that, but we're getting a whole team lineup and a team name. Don't want to burst that one yet. That has to fight the spirit of violence. Now, this is a story that has essentially been, as I've been following all these Ghost Rider stories, about 2.5, 3 years in the making. So even though Marvel, for whatever reason, held back on the release of this some time ago, and yes, it's now number 2 on my highest list of that most anticipated. It just missed out. I'm really looking forward to seeing how this comes out. If anybody is a Rider fan, again, they're all in this. So, and they all need each other's help to defeat this spirit of violence. Just saying. Let's move on from the Spirit of Violence, issue number 1, and cruise over and talk about to our second last title, which is The Ultimate Wolverine, issue 10. It's going to be kind of brief. I haven't read 9 yet. I'm still playing catch up. Look, all those are still full. Those books I still have to log in. And then I got a box that just came in that I just... Now, this may also sound odd, but I'm actually almost caught up on all my reading stuff. It took 10 months. Yeesh. But I'm almost there. So I will be doing like an unboxing thing tomorrow. I'm almost caught up on my reading, believe it or not. And I'm almost there. So I'm looking forward to reading Ultimate Wolverine issue number 9, probably tomorrow, believe it or not. Just saying. So I'm looking forward to not only jumping in issue number 10, which will be a nice continuous read, but yeah, I really been enjoying the whole thing as a series. I believe this character, Wolverine, is a significant one when it comes to when we get to the end game, come to the end of the year. You're going to hear me talking about a lot about this. This is something that's been going on over 2 years now. I'm not necessarily a Doom fan, but wow, this whole Maker, Doom, everything that's been going on, yeah, it's been cool. And the end game is all about the Maker, but I think we're going to have some, anyways. So yeah, I just can't wait for all this works out. Ultimate Wolverine. It's just been ultimately doing it for me so far. Just saying. All right, but hey, what we're here to talk about is the Blue Light special for this evening, tomorrow, which is Venom 250. Yeah, If you know me, you know I'm a sucker for Venom. And I'm also a major Muppet fan. I got to work with these guys like a few times now. Wow, I think 4. Anyways, and yeah, Ozzy, Waka Waka. Um, had to get it in the peach. Had to get it. Noel's back. I've been waiting for Noel to come back for quite some time. This is a character I really like. I mean, beyond like, I mean, this is like one of my, I am a major symbiote slut. So now that we're getting Noel coming back, we have Venom wrapped around Mary Jane. We have Eddie at odds with Carnage. Carnage looks like he's about to die. I don't think he's going to be around long. I don't know how that's going to work out. Something's happening. There is so much going on that the whole dynamic of everything has changed. And our embodiment of symbiote, our Lord symbiote, our Dylan is like nothing. We're seeing him almost like a lame duck in this whole storyline so far. It is going to be really weird to see how all this turns out with him being this major codexy thing and all that. I don't know. I am so I have the books right there. It's on top of my read. It's my most anticipated blue light special. I can't wait to get into all this. Just saying. So Venom 250 coming out 10/1/2025. I appreciate everyone cruising on through. Jag, thank you as always. And to those of you that cruise on through on the rewind, I appreciate you greatly. And that's it for me. Entropy, you stay well. Until next time.